You have recently entered merchant banking field. Which was your first issue?
Okay, so we have got our merchant as Shreni Shares Private Limited. We got our merchant banking license on January 2020. So basically, we started our journey with Cost Power Engineering Limited. So as we got our merchant banking license, in the next month we filed the DRSP with the stock exchange, and on 30th March we got the company listed on BSE SME. So Cost Power was the first IPO. Post that, we did one more IPO on NSE Emerge called as KSolves India Limited. That was open from 24th June to 26th June, and it got listed on 6th of July. And post that, we have filed one more IPO, Shine Fashions India Limited, and that is going to open in October. And Bodhi Multimedia Limited, that was the recent one we filed on September 3rd, 2020. So as you can see, the entire thing has happened. Our journey has been in lockdown. So from start till very end. So you may say that we are working a lot in lockdown.
So what has been your experience?
So experience, I would say it's a challenging thing. When I was working with other merchant bankers and stock exchanges earlier, so I always thought that what is this merchant banking, and how do I always wanted to start my own merchant banking division. So experience has been great. It is a challenging thing, and if we take it in the right spirit, so as you can see, as I was telling you earlier, I started a merchant banking division in all lockdown. So you may say that it may be a good decision or a bad decision, but according to me, I think I took it in the right spirit. And while other bigger merchant bankers were not doing IPOs, I took the opportunity and led ahead. So it's always somebody's misses or somebody else's opportunity. So I took the lead, and I'm very happy that I took the decision of starting my own merchant banking division, and I'm very happy about it. And my experience has been pretty good. Means there is no regrets. This will be, I will be coming out with close to 5 IPOs in the span of 6-7 months. So that has been quite an achievement as far as we are concerned. So we're happy, and we are looking forward for listing at least 50 to 60 odd companies in the next 2 years.
So how the issues have performed on the stock exchanges?
So starting with the first IPO of Cost Power. So Cost Power, we the issue price was 51 rupees per share, and the high that Cost Power made was 80 rupees per share, and within it gave a decent return of around, if I may say, close to 30 odd percentages in 2 to 3 months of listing. So that has been a decent performer. They've announced a dividend also. So Cost Power has performed well. Post that, let's come to KSolves Engineering. KSolves India Limited. So KSolves, we got an IPO at 100 rupees per share, and within 2 months of listing, the price doubled. So currently it's trading around 212 rupees. So we may see 100% appreciation in 2 months. And the third IPO that we will be coming out will be Bodhi Tree. So we are just hoping that we provide decent return to the investors. Our only base for merchant banking division is we are working only for one thing, that uh, investors should make money in long run. So if investors are making money and we are creating a good ecosystem, so I think then it's a long term story. It's not about, we are not here for thinking that we make a quick buck and go out. We don't want to do that. So we understand that investors are the base of the ecosystem, and if investors are making money and company is getting the capital, overall this story will go in long term. Otherwise, we don't want to. We are very selective in our approach of IPOs also. So we do not take every IPO. We just take IPOs in which we think that we can create value, we can add value to the investors. So that's how has been the experience of the IPO. And apart from that, we are doing 15 other market making also. So market making has been also quite a journey, and they are also trading at decent premiums. So you may say, if you ask me whether both how are the previous two IPOs, so both IPOs are trading at a good premium, and they have never traded at a discount even for a day. So that's our aim. So whatever the IPO price may be, so none of the IPO should trade at a discount once it has been listed on the stock exchange.
Which is your next issue?
So as I was telling you, the next IPO that we are coming forward is Voditri Multimedia Limited. The company is in producing. Well, the company is in business of creating OTT contents, and they do a lot of TV shows. They produce a lot of TV shows. So they are coming with an IPO on 9th of October. It will be till 9th to 13th of October, and the issue price is around 95 rupees. I would say the company, the both the promoters of the company, Mautik Tolia and Sukesh Motpani, are seasoned entrepreneurs, because they have been doing this business since last 15-20 years, and then they started their own firm in 2014. So our thought process is a match. So they both are driven more by the zeal and the enthusiasm that they have in telling stories. So basically, when I asked him, why did you enter this business? So he told me, I wanted, as a person, I am a storyteller. So he told me this, okay, I'm a storyteller, and that's the enthusiasm that I want to tell stories to people, and that's the reason we entered this business. So if you ask me, the basics are correct, and I think IPO should perform well in long-term basis.
How much strong is the issue and how it is well priced?
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
How much strong is the issue and how it is well priced?
Share price and the issue. Okay. So share price is around 95 rupees per share. So if you ask me, it's valued at around 3 times the price earning multiple. And the earlier year profit was around 3.6 crores, and the IPO that we are bringing is around 3.7 crores. So overall, the post-issue valuation that we are looking at around 10 odd crores for a 3.6 crore IPO. So it's been pretty much valued at a discount, I would say. So we have left a lot of things for the investors, and that's how this whole activity functions. So if you don't leave anything from the investor, why should investors invest? So the first thing that when we were pricing the issue, everybody told me it's very thinly priced, means like the price should be at least 125, 130, 140. But I told them, if we price that way, it's not going to leave anything for them. And where are investors going to make money? They are giving capital to the business. From this capital, the promoters are going to expand. They're usually using it for working capital requirement. So I would say issue is priced in a way that it's going to give momentum and create wealth for all the investors as well as for the entrepreneur.
Which major issues are in the pipeline?
Okay, so IPOs in pipeline, lot of IPOs in pipeline. What is our target as Shreni Shares Private Limited? We want to open one IPO every month. So August we missed. So we are opening 2 in October. One is opening on 9th, as I told you earlier, and one is opening on 19th October. That is Shine Fashions India Limited. And apart from that, there is a decent pipeline for that soon will be filed on the stock exchange. So you will see at least one IPO coming from our merchant banking firm in the next 6 to 8 months. So we have a decent pipeline for all these IPOs.
So what difference you find you are working for somebody and now you are on your own?
Sorry, what difference do I find?
Where you were working for somebody and now you are working on your own.
lot of difference. So since I'm working on my own, it's more about connecting with the promoter and understanding his need. So earlier when I was working with other merchant bankers, it was a learning experience, and I was more driven by, you may say, I was more driven by the sales that we had to do every month, or I was more driven by targets that I had. Here I am driven by what I want to create. Means every day I ask myself, have I created something for investors and entrepreneurs? So if the answer is yes, then only we move forward. And when the IPOs come in, we do our lot of diligence. Means it's not about just the promoter of the company. It's more about what do we see in the business. So as we were discussing on Bodhi Tree. So Bodhi Tree, when the IPO came in, it was not in good shape. But when I met the promoter, and I understood that he's a seasoned businessman and he's more interested in his business. If only capital is given in that business, he can do wonders. So that was a challenging IPO. Means earlier I never used to take challenging IPOs. So it was just about, okay, it's a brick motor system. The company is good. The company is functioning well, and the promoters are rich and wealthy. We used to take up IPOs. Now I'm taking IPOs of the company who can be rich, or who can create value for all the investors, and going in long term they will, and surely they're going to do wonders. So apart from this, we are doing one company called as VR Films also, that was listed. So we are the registered market makers for that. So if you see the company from the time we took of market making till now, earlier the profits was around 10 lakh rupees. You see the profits zooming up to 2 crore rupees in a span of a year and a half. So it's more of a nurturing that we want to do. It's not about that I want to list 1,000 companies. I want to do quality work. But overall, if you speak with any of my companies or any of my investors or any of the work that we have done, you will obviously get a response that it's a value addition that has been done. It's not about just listing the company. It's more about creating the company to the next big level. It's taking him from X level to Y level in a span of that time. So these companies that we are listing are all these are not I would say companies who did new capital market before. They have started knowing capital market now. So they know their business as well. So that's what I want. So that's how the change has been.
What is the one most important thing which you look in a IPO before joining?
So one most important thing that I see is the promoter. Promoter has to be sound and he has to know his business well. So what I do is, any company that I want to, he is looking forward for an IPO, or who is willing to get his company listed, I try to personally meet him. So basically, since I've met a lot of entrepreneurs in my journey of last 9 years. So it's just about the 10 minutes that we speak with the promoter. The first 10 minutes will give you the knack whether what is the promoter, what he wants to do, what are his ambitions, what are his qualities, is he the right fit for this. So one simple thing is, if promoter is speaking a lot, then you don't take the IPO. If the promoter is very concise, to the point, he should understand that yes, he is doing a business, but there are a lot of other competitors also. But he should understand that he should have an ambition to grow. That yes, today I am doing maybe 10-15 crores of turnover, but I want to do 100 crores. So that is one most important thing that we all see in all entrepreneurs, that this is the ambition to grow, and his attributes, that what is his thought process. So that's the most important thing. Businesses can grow and they can be like, you have seen the phase of COVID. So now a lot of entrepreneurs have came in, and other people have been out of the business. It's not about the businesses that they do. It's about the thought process of the promoters of the company that is the most important thing. What they want to do and what they want to create in long run.
What are your suggestions to the investors?
My suggestions to investors. Sorry, my suggestions to all the investors you're asking?
Yeah.
So
What advice
investors,
you want to give
I
them?
would, who wants to invest, right?
What advice you want to give them?
Okay. I'll just a minute. I'll just take. So to all the investors, I would say SME is a different animal. It's a different product. So you have to be an investor by the very definition of it. over here, if we see overseas US markets, the minimum investment term is between 5 to 10 years. In India, if we see, the investment term is like more than a year. So if you want to invest in an SME, you just invest and keep it for 3 to 4 years or 5 years maybe. You let the company grow and you do all the diligence before you are putting your fund. You go and meet the promoter. You go and understand the business. Sit with him. Do whatever diligence is required. But that should be before you are investing. Once you have invested, means you have married the promoter of the company. After that, you just have to sit tight for next 5 years. Let him grow. Give the promoter whatever he wants for next 5 years and see your wealth getting multiplied. Uh, SMEs have been like, if you ask me what has been the cycle of SME listing, 2012 to 15 was the best time to invest in SME listing. 16, 17 and 17 and 18 again were magical years where like you will see a lot of subscriptions coming in, but that was not good time to invest. It was like basically now everybody knew about SME listing, everybody wants to invest, and people were not getting subscription. Well, people were not getting understanding that this is an investment product. This is not a trading product. So if people are looking for investment, they should be by the very term is investment, they should go with that yes, we are with the promoter for next 5 years. We are not going to look at the price. Why I hear a lot of investors coming and asking me, why is the price going up, or why is the price coming down? So I tell them that why you're worried about the price. First thing is, what time frame you have invested. Is it 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? Don't look at the price before that. Do not look at the price. See, what happens is, any investors who invest, they have a very bad habit of, if I may say, what they do is every 1 hour they go and see the price. Every 2 hours they open up their money control app and they see what prices they're trading at. But that's not going to happen in SMEs. It's a different thing. It's not as liquid as the main board companies. So it may not happen that stock trades above the price you have invested for a long period of time. But when the value creation has happened, when the promoters have invested and the value has been created, you will see the price zooming up like anything. But you have to give time to the promoters of the company. Otherwise, it's like it's not about trading on blue chip stocks. It's about investing in this. So my advice would be, you speak with the promoter, you be with the promoter, and you do not invest in multiple companies. Only invest in the companies that you yourself understand. Yes, this is the company that I understand. This is the company that I use in your daily life. So, like Bodhi Tree, if we are speaking. So, how many of the people are using Netflix? You may say everybody is today using Netflix or Amazon or any of the OTT contents, or if we may ask, any of the subscriptions. So, what is this business doing? This is providing content to these platforms. So, whether these platforms are going to go up, you will say yes, it's going to go up, and they're one of the biggest value creators on overseas stock market. So will they create value over here? Yes, obviously. Why would they not? But you have to give time to them to ensure that they perform in long run. If you keep on looking at the prices, or if you keep on looking at that why price is going up or down, it's not going to work.
Do you have any suggestions for the government to promote SME sector further?
So basically, I would. My answer is very simple and crisp and precise in this. They have started. The government has approved a fund of 50,000 crore for all the SMEs. So what I want to say is, they should bring it in action as early as possible. If they can do that, it will be this platform will get a lot of liquidity and investors and a lot of credibility added to the system.
Any other important point or highlight you may like to share?
Overall, about SME listing, I would say this is the best time of anybody who is looking for. Many times we get the question that what is a good time to get listed, or when should I get listed, when the market is hot or when the market is cool. I would say SMEs, it doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't matter when you want to get listed. What matters is the question that every SME promoter should ask themselves is, can I multiply my turnover from 10 crores to 50 crores or from 50 crores to 500 crores in next 3-4 years? If the answer is yes, you should go forward for listing. You should not ask anybody else. So what happens is a lot of promoters who are doing good businesses, they go and they speak with their consultants, chartered accountants, and lot of people who may not have the right knowledge about this system, and they may not be able to guide them in the proper fashion. So my advice is, if you plan for listing, you should do your diligence first. Never believe in anybody else. Go and read yourself. What are the IPOs coming? How are the companies getting response? Go and speak with entrepreneurs, the promoters who are getting listed. Why not? It's very simple thing. Go call up. It's very simple thing. All the coordinates are available on the website. There is no harm in doing so. So overall, the system should be that now what has happened, if you ask me, as I was telling you about the cycle of SME listing. So 16, 17 and 17, 18, I was telling the magical years for SME listing. And after 18 onwards, the dull phase has started. So 18 to 20 till date, if you see, hardly 20, 25 companies are getting listed, or maybe 30, 35 companies are getting listed per annum. This is the best time for SME investing. This is the best time for any investor to invest in an SME. And trust my words, today we are speaking on in September 2020. You would see in next 2 to 3 years, lot of promoters would have came forward for listing, and this companies, people will invest after 2 years. But this is the right time for investment. Why? There are two reasons for it. You will get means you will get allotment of the subscription that you asked for, and secondly, they are coming at it through PE multiples. So earlier years, what happened when there was an SME outcast and everybody wants to get listed on SME, the price earning multiples that they were coming was around 15, 20, 25, 30, or maybe 40. And since there was a lot of demand and there was less of supply, people were subscribing to that P multiples also. But now what has happened, everybody has came back to reality and the basics that always happen in a long period of equity, that now SMEs are available at 2 to 3 times P multiple. So now if you ask me whether this 2 to 3 times P multiple that we are discussing right now, whether it can go up to 6, 7, or whether it can go to like 1 or 2. Chances of 1 or 2 are very less. From here, multiplication looks very, very, very easy. And over a period of time, if you ask me, these companies are going to migrate to main board and create value. So if it's 100 or 150 or 200 crore market cap company, over a period of time, it's going to create a lot of value for all the investors. So this is a good time to invest in SMEs when people are shying away. It's obviously the other way around. What happens is you will see a lot of retail subscription coming in when markets are hot, and that's not the good time. Means like 16, 17 and 17, 18, you would see this years retail subscription and SME listing was at peak. You may have heard about IPOs getting subscribed more than 200 times. Now the things have changed. IPOs are not getting subscribed even one time, or even like you see retail subscription 0.30 or 0.25. So this is the time for any investor to invest. This is like this is the basics of equity. When people are out, you should be greedy when everybody's fearful, and you should be fearful when everybody's greedy. So this is a basics that everybody has to accept, and this is my advice to all the fellow promoters and investors who wants to invest.
Nice talking with you.
Real pleasure. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and looking forward.
Thank you.